Next question comes from Christy78968. So Christy asks, what Danganronpa characters do you like? Name them from favorite to least favorite. Mind you, I cannot give Super Danganronpa 2 because both of us obviously haven't watched that, read that, or played it because it hasn't been translated yet. Because I'm not going to watch the fucking Something Awful Let's Plays of them. No, I don't want to. I don't really care about it anyway. I'll wait patiently for the second one to get either a fan translation or for it to actually come out in the States, since the first one's coming out next year on the Vita, so it's like, yay, another game for the Vita! I mean, there's a couple more that I can get now. I think this is called Muramasa Rebirth. I'll get that one day, but it won't be for a long time. So, I won't say why I like or dislike them too much, because I don't want to spoil Danganronpa, because Danganronpa is something I'm just getting into, and a lot of other people are getting into. Especially some friends that I know that are getting Hayden, which you need to watch! Since you were all, oh, you want to watch this now? Ah. Got you into Liquid Crystal, like, we both were playing that non-stop last night. But it's like, come on, dude, Danganronpa's amazing. So, if you don't know what Danganronpa is, I'll give the gist of it without going in detail. Basically, 15 kids are stuck in their high school, they can't get out. The only way for them to get out is to kill somebody and get away with the murder. The guy who's in charge of it all is Monobearer, or he's going to be called Monokuma still, even in the English version. So Monokuma's the one in charge. You've probably seen his like a picture of him. He was in the update video, or I think the one with the questions, like on the bottom right, as a little watermark for the lulz thing. So it's okay. You know who it is. You should know what he looks like. But so there's and these are all protagonists essentially, but they're going to kill each other off. So it's a very interesting one. It's like, this character you might like, they can get killed off. He or she might die. You'll never know, and the only way to find out is to play through. It's a really interesting game with an interesting concept. It plays like Phoenix Wright when you're in the trials, but outside of that, it feels like a little like Persona 4. So you should like it. I mean, there are some fully uploaded walkthroughs on YouTube by now. I might, if I remember to add it, I might give the link to the intro video to it. Mind you, these videos are about 30 minutes to an hour long, sometimes a little shorter or longer, but that's because this game does take up a lot of time, so be prepared to watch the long videos. But hey, who said you gotta finish a long video in one sitting? You can just chip away at it. So I'll put the link to that there, and yeah, that's pretty much all I need to say. Anyway, to the actual question. Sorry, Christy, for taking the time right there. My favorite characters, without really spoiling, among the guys, it's Byakuya Togami. You know why. Togami is an awesome character. He's such a sass master. But, after that, among the guys, probably the protagonist, Naegi. Third one, Owada, and that's all I could think of. I can't really give a good opinion, or not that they're bad, of Yamada, Leon, and Hagakure. As for the girls, my favorite girl, people might be surprised when I say this, but you'll understand when you watch more. It's probably Sakura or Asahina. Asahina, I just think she's adorable. I like her voice. And she looks cute. That's just me being honest. Sakura, she gets some really good development in later on. So that's why I like her. But, who else? Celeste, I like how she looks. I don't know, I like the red eyes and the long black hair. And also, Kirigiri. I pretty much like all the girls in that game. They're all interesting characters. Oh, I like them all. I don't really hate any characters. I can't really hate a character anymore. As long as they get a reasonable development, and if their actions, especially if they're bad characters, like evil or antagonistic, they have reasons to be bad. They're not just bad because they're bad. But, yeah, that's really all I can say. I can't really say which one's my least favorite. The ones I like them all in their own regards, so that's all. But I can just only give favorites. Next question comes from CloudFang LP. So Hayden asks, what's the LP you're most proud of in 4 years? What about the least proud of? Okay, this is a question that might take a long time. Okay, my most proud LP goes to Persona 4 hands down. Not that anybody didn't see that coming. I saw it coming from a mile away. Why? Because I felt that I've done the most with it, even though I've got bonus videos to do. The majority of them are just miscellaneous, which I don't need to do. They're just there because I want to do them, like character analysis. I need character analysis of Yu Narukami and Setasoji. And then the shipping video, which is obviously irrelevant. But I only have one bonus video that's important for me to do, and that's the bonus boss fight, which is, well, I've already said it, but in case you don't know, I'll let you find out. I got the optional ultimate boss to do, and that one should be fun. But I can't grind because I don't have a TV that can work. At least that can work with the freaking component cables, or go to an input or whatever channel you call it, where you usually play your games. Because unless you play channel 3, you know what I'm talking about. So Persona 4. I'm just so proud of, and I enjoyed it a lot. It was one that I enjoyed. I mean, I didn't get many views at the very end, but when I look back, ironically, because I had to look back at the Culture Festival and look at it for reference or something, and it was nice to see that I was actually doing pretty good. Like, I was able to see, like, my views are coming back on there, so it's like, it's a game that people tend to watch after it's done. But I'm not complaining either way. I do need to fix something, though. And now that I think about it, I have to go back and upload there was a chunk missing from, it was like a couple days before the Culture Festival begins. They're gone. The video isn't uploaded, which is weird. I don't know where it went. And by the time I realized this, I already deleted all the raw footage. I'm guessing what happened was when I opened up Vegas, I thought I already uploaded that video, so I deleted that footage and just put the next one up. So if that's the case, I'm a total jackass, which you didn't miss much save for social linking or what was it that it was either social linking or a little bit of, because I know the last day or two you spend all day working on the Culture Festival preparations, which is bullshit. I would rather be social linking, but no, it makes me do that. Well, fuck you, Culture Festival, I hate you. You're funny, but I don't care. It's just a waste of time, and I just want to get straight up to November 5th. Anyway, Persona 4, just because of that, and I loved how it gave me. It was a really fun ride. The other games I can think of that I'm proud of that I've did is the one, ironically, Wind Waker. I don't know why. It wasn't even close to 100%, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. It was pretty successful. I know a lot of people liked it, and I liked it too. I love Wind Waker, and if I have to go back to it, I'll go back to it with the remake, because that would be much more nicer. I can 100% it there and experience the differences and faster sailing. But yeah, that's just at least what I think of. What I think of most proud of. I could say Yellow too, but it was just, now that I think about it, just one of those kind of games. So ironically, I'm enjoying Crystal more, at least in terms of what I talk about, more than what's happening in the game, which is kind of sad. Crystal's really disappointing to me. So that one is on the verge of getting to the least proud of, at least in terms of gameplay. Commentary, I'm enjoying it. It's fun. Because I have, of course, newer things to talk about, but I find them a little more enjoyable for myself, which is a good thing. It's a good sign, to me at least. As for least proud of, the game I am least proud of goes to, it's the first two Let's Plays I did, ironically. Emerald and Superstar Saga. More Emerald than Superstar Saga, though. Emerald, because I couldn't do post-story, because this is what happens when you do an emulator. And to the guy who sent me the Emerald before, in case he's still watching me, which I hope, I would feel bad if he isn't anymore. Just to tell you, I have the game and I was practicing on it before, but I will tell you that I do intend to do that one day. Well, now his name is Seth Harbro. I think it was Seth Fink before. So, to Seth, yes, I do intend to do the game, in case you ask, and goddammit, alarm. Don't bother me. Anyway, I do intend to do it again. But I need the GameCube. I've got, like I said, I've had the Game Boy Advance thing, or attachment to the GameCube. I just need to find the GameCube itself, which, I don't know when I'll be getting that. I will get it soon. But I will be doing Emerald. Don't worry, man. You gave me the game. You're getting the Let's Play. You're promised it. It could take long to get to it, and I already got a lot of Pokemon games doing it, so basically consider Coliseum and Crystal a little bit of build up till then. then let another Let's Play that's not a Pokemon game pass or two, and then we can get straight to Emerald. And the remake begins! And I think it's gonna be a little more better, to me at least, because I can actually complete it. I won't have anything to worry about as much. And it's gonna be suck for grinding though, but oh well, it's gonna suck that much, but fuck it. That's what I signed up for. So it's a matter of not being able to do that, and I just didn't like how I sound. I mean, can't blame you. Nobody's really proud of their first Let's Plays, and you can't be blamed. You don't know what you're doing, not too much, or you're trying to know how you do things. Like, I don't mean like you don't know how to Let's Play. I think it's simple for anybody to pick up on how to Let's Play, but it's a matter of how you want to Let's Play. You get what I mean? It sounds a little complicated, so it's basically find your style, which I think I found mine. Especially with Pokemon. For Pokemon games, I like to switch between 6 Pokemon. I don't like having 6 Pokemon. I thought that was kind of restraining. So, and now I can just choose whatever I want. Like, if I catch another Pokemon that I wanted to use, like, okay, I get to use it. Like, I'm revolving between 6 or 7 Pokemon right now, and I'm going to get another one at a later point if I find it. So that'll be really nice to see. Or really nice to do. And as for Superstar Saga, I think you can figure out the one and only reason. It's not complete. I'm not going to bother touching that game until I can find an actual cartridge and then beat it there. There's no way I'm doing it on emulator. So that's why that one's my least favorite. I did enjoy it though. It did have some good moments on it. So it's not that I did bad with it, because I was starting to pick up the pace there. But I just hated the end where I had to cancel it, because fuck that boss. It won't even let me fight him. Otherwise, I would have been done with that game, and I wouldn't have minded as much. So, Emerald and Superstar Saga are my least favorite. Crystal's on the verge, of course. It's getting there, unless it proves to be more of a challenge, to be more interesting. It's just boring. I can still play through it, no problem. Like, it's not that I can't play it. It's just that it's just not as fun as people may be like, oh my god, Johto's the best! Ah! No, it's not. So far, it's not. I don't think it's holding up right now. And Kanto, I found out that it's barren. It's practically a wasteland, save for the gym leaders. And I'll find out the truth of that when we go there. In like 10 or 20 parts. I don't know when I'll get there. But I'm almost at the 8th gym, so yay. And yeah, that's it. So, final question. We're on the final question. It's the final countdown. This one's a really good question, but it's really expected. But anyway, Danflow1629 asks, "What's your favorite? What's your all-time favorite game? Then, what's your favorite Pokemon game?" Okay, for the first one, I can't give a specific favorite because it's really hard for me to show too much favoritism towards one game over the rest, even though I sound like it. By that, I mean I can't really... In other words, I just can't really give a favorite overall of everything. And to me, there's not really a game that truly beats all. That's why they're in subcategories. There's some that could beat some in their own categories. Like, you can probably pick out which one has the best overall JRPG or the best overall shooter. But of course, that has its own little or it's based off its own little preliminaries and all that crap. But you know what I mean? It sounds like a scientific process, but it's more simple or it's a lot more simple than how it sounds. Because again, it's all to opinion. So, but if I had to give that, I can only give a top 2. I can't find a third one. I can't really think of one. Awakening is climbing up there, but it's nowhere near rank 3. I don't even know if it ever is. But Awakening is amazing, and of course, it's got to beat Fire Emblem 7, which it kinda is, kinda isn't. Because I love Fire Emblem 7. Because Lyn is amazing. But anyway, so number 2 is Persona 4 Golden. I would count Persona 4 Original too. Golden just makes everything feel more complete and has a bigger sense of closure to me. And as for the other one, overall, and people are gonna hate me for this. You already know it. You can see it coming, though. Mario Sunshine! I love Mario Sunshine. That one was part of my childhood. Yes, I'm kind of being hypocritical with bias, but hear me out. I do enjoy... I mean, I know it's not as great as a game as it is, but it's more something I can appreciate a lot more, whereas other fans hate on it. In fact, maybe I like it more, not out of a sense of pity, set of a sense that it's better than you make it out to be, and it's not the worst game. By far, it's nowhere near considering a bad game, which pisses me off when people say it's a bad game. It's terrible. It's like comparing it to N64, despite how glitchy that game is, really, Mario has some of the best jump mechanics ever. His spin jump is helpful. The side jump is so easy to use, which it's still hard to use in Galaxy, and it's like, okay, I don't need it. I have to rely on the backflip more. What else? I would call wall jumping a little bit easier. I think it's easier for it to pick up. It's around the same for Galaxy too, so it's not much of a difference. But I just love Mario's jumping mechanics in this game. It's much more better, and I thought it was at its best there. Galaxy has some jumps that it didn't have, which worked really. Like the long jump is really good, and it's your friend. Sometimes you really do need the long jump just to get around, but you know what I mean. I mean, if you got the jump mechanics of Sunshine, like the spin jump, make the side jump so easy. Literally, the side jump is nothing but an instinct at this point to me. Mario Sunshine is my bitch. I could easily beat the game, hands down. Like, speedrun it. I can probably attempt to no-death run at it, too. I've tried. It can work. There's just 2 levels that I'm really worried about, but it's a matter of being patient for those. And if you're patient enough, you can make it. I'm pretty sure I can do that. And, really, Flood's pretty good. It's not that bad. It's like, oh, this water pump, that's useless. It's not useless, it's pretty good. A lot of people say it's hard to use. But then again, I've played the game for years, so it's like, it's Floods like the back of my hand to me, so maybe I'm being a little bit hard on them, but it's nothing too difficult, and it's kind of easy. It was easy of me to master, but like I said, I was just a kid with too much free time, so that might be why. But I mean, I guess really the only trouble is controlling Flood and how to do it. You just gotta remember how hard you gotta hold down R. And I liked how the buttons, like those L and R buttons, are motion sensitive, which they took full advantage of. That, and I just like Isle Delfino. I thought it had a really nice design. Of course, there are other stuff that I can think of that are better, or that would be considered better. But Mario 64, I don't think it was as good. It's great. It's a good game. Definitely one of the highlights of the N64 era, but nowhere near my top 25. You'd be lucky to make the top 50, or even top 100 if I had to give a list like that. Anyway, so long story short, it's between Persona 4 and, or Persona 4 Golden to be specific, or Mario Sunshine, but it doesn't matter to me. I love all those games. I don't really hate any games, to be honest. Like I said, I can't really hate something. I mean, I can say, oh, I hate this, but you know what I mean? That's just something that's a little trivial. I treat games a little more seriously, which can be considered mature or immature. It depends on how you are. As for a favorite Pokemon game, and I need to hurry this up because my throat's starting to dry out. So the final part of this question, what's your favorite Pokemon game? Pokemon Emerald, hands down. I loved it. Its music is good and improved on Ruby and Sapphire, and I liked how I can catch all 3 legendaries there. I can catch Latios or Latias, whoever I wanted, really. I always chose Latios, I thought it was cooler. But I have both Latias and Latios now, bitches. So I'm happy with that. Though I can't do the event again. I'm just stuck with that one and only Latias and Latios. Well, I got those from Soul Silver, that's why. But, Emerald, hands down, my favorite, also because of the Battle Frontier. I thought it's so fun. It was something that was worth... it was really much more worth investing my time in. I thought it was really cool. Yeah, my throat's starting to dry out, so I need to wrap this up and make it short and sweet if possible. Other honorable mentions I'll give out are, I want to say White. I thought it was really fun. I mean, I haven't played Black and White too, so kind of too soon to say that, because I would have to rate them together technically, but the other one I have to give a shout out to is Platinum. Platinum was the most fun I had with the Pokemon game since Emerald. Diamond was alright. It was a good game, but it wasn't, it didn't have that, this is really a great region. I didn't feel that since Hoenn, which makes it sound like it was years, but, you know what I mean? I didn't have that same impact when I played Platinum, when the trainers were really starting to kick my ass and give me a run for my money, literally speaking. Not real money, but Pokemon money. It was really good. I liked how when I already told you the story many times of how my Staraptor was able to come out on top and defeat Volkner's Electivire. That was the highlight of my time with Platinum. Right there, it's like, yeah, because these guys don't joke around. But after the second gym, pretty much every like especially, well, at least the boss trainers. I mean, like gym leaders, galactic, like the commanders. I don't know, like Saturn, Mars, and I think it was Jupiter. Like those three, they'll have Pokemon that can counter their own weaknesses. So you have to really think about what you do, and I like that. It had that depth of strategy, which I think Pokemon lacks. I know it's meant to be easy and appealing to like everybody, but that challenge won't. It's good. I think it should have a bit of a challenge, so that way the veterans like me who have played since Gen 1 or Gen 2 to some people can have a challenge now, because we're older. We don't want the simple stuff or too much of the simple things. We want something that can give us a little more fun times, because something simple was good when you're a kid. When you're older, you want to play something that might make you think more, make you do more things than last time. You know what I mean? It's basically the consumer grows a bigger demand, which it's a whole psychological process to that, but we're not talking about that. So that's why I have to consider Platinum right next to Emerald, but I just love Emerald a lot more because Battle Frontier. I prefer that Battle Frontier over the other one because Battle Dome is awesome, hands down. Anyway, that's it for the Q&A because that's all. I'm just going on at this point. So anyway, thank you all for asking the questions, and I might do another one of these next year. I might do it with a game. Like if I'm doing a really short game, I might say like put your question in the comment. And put your questions in the comments, and I'll answer it in the next video. I might do that if I ever pick up Pikmin 1 again, because I really want to finish that too. Since I'm finishing Crystal, I thought, you know what, let's finish up Pikmin one day, but that ain't happening anytime soon. Anyway, thanks all for the questions, and yes, that will be it. So until next time, stay gold.